we are at the top of Hellgate Couloir. Cardiff Ridge is the backside of this, and then Mount Superior is right over there. Got Cardiac Ridge right there. Little Superior is right there. So, but we're gonna drop into here, and then we're gonna ski down and then either book it to the hard right or go out there and book it to the right. I'm just not sure if the hard right is in yet. Right here it's really rocky, so we'll be doing some jump turns, but overall my goal is take it really slow and just kind of, you know, enjoy it, and then when we get to the rappel, take things really slow, just think through the processes of what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make it as safe as possible, but all geared up. I have my harness on, rope is on my back, slings on my chest, and then I got my boy Adam.
Just because skiing them sounded too easy. Hit that button right there. Subscribe.
At the bottom, who's gonna watch us and do some filming. Just all right. Here we go. First turn. It's a little punch crusty, so again, taking things slow. Not a big fan of how rocky this looks right here, but and how rocky it is. Whoa, that's a weird feeling. It's super bad. I mean, it's powdery, but it's like sun crusted in parts and then wind blown in other parts. So it gives that like weird feeling where it kind of gives you resistance in the punch crust. All right, so on the second rappel right now, we made it like to the cliff edge. Got it all set up. We're doing 2 points of contact, just kind of keeping it light, but pretty sturdy. I don't plan on putting too much pressure on it. But here we go. This is the main rappel. On the final rappel here, setting up our last anchor on this one. Nice sketchy old bolt. Just got a pull rope. But I think once I get down to this next part, I'm gonna ski out. I don't know if I'll have enough battery on this to record that, but I definitely did not expect this many rappels. I think I calculated it out to 2, but yeah, we're on our 3rd right now. Just pulling rope. My one piece of trad gears doing my work than it should. Alright, here we come. Alright, see, that's good. Nice. Alright, so to kind of cap this video off, my camera did die, but the snow at the bottom of the chute was so sun-crusted, I didn't even bother to make any turns. I kind of did the zigzags back and forth all the way down to the car, but it was a pretty fun line. Definitely technical, but it was a fun line. Snow was absolutely horrific, but what can you do? Most of the time I spent up there was just on the wall trying to set up anchors and rappel, but pretty good time. I'll be checking this off the list, and yeah, I'll also be including kind of a rundown of what I did with a 3D map. If that's something you're interested in, that's something I've always kind of looked for and never found, but I'll start that now. All right, so to kind of just go over what we did today and make more sense, basically. I drew up this graph. We'll do it like an after action report, we'll call it. But the approach we did today was you start here just at the regular backcountry parking lot next to the Powder Day Saints Church, I think. They're basically just called walking the power lines. The power lines start from around here and go all the way up over this ridge. And instead of following it over that ridge, you just follow this up, come over here, and then this is kind of the ridge line of, what would that be? That'd be Cardiff. Yeah, so this would be the Cardiff Ridge right here. There's a couple lines in the book on the backside. But basically you hike down about 20 feet, and then you're right here, kind of at the entrance that you saw I took in. An alternative I was actually looking at doing as well is there's this old mining road that comes all the way up here, up the side of the mountain, and actually comes all the way around to here and stops about here. But the gradient of this terrain right here doesn't look so bad, so you could just, put in some skin tracks, hike up here, and then start right here and descend down. But when I did it, the far right, as I referred to it, was definitely just rocked out. So I came around and then descended into kind of the further away right chute. And this took me down to kind of the main area that is known as the Hellgate Couloir, and it's just this big open bowl that just shoots out over a 300-foot cliff. So now for the kind of technical part, what I would recommend bringing is a 200-meter rope, so you can have 100-meter goes, slings, bolts on friends, and I almost got into a pickle because I didn't have pitons, so I'd probably recommend bringing some pitons because the protection there is the rocks are very tightly packed together. I don't know how to academically say that, but kind of rappel wise, when you're thinking about going down into the bowl, you have 2 trees up here and then a tree further down. I took this tree right here, but all these trees look very, very sturdy, would have no problem rappelling off any of them. So I rappelled down to here, and then most people, from just kind of guessing based off the amount of people that are attaching their ropes and then leaving them there, most people rappel off this kind of what I would call a sketchy bush right here. It's not really that big, and personally I didn't want to rappel off that, so I actually set up another anchor right here. Used I think it was a nut, and then just a sling to kind of put over a rock, and then rappelled all the way down to here where there was a bolt, thankfully, so I didn't have to set up another trad anchor, and then just rappel down onto the kind of flat down here. And then when I did it, this was filled in, so you didn't actually have to do another rappel, but it wouldn't be too difficult to set up another anchor right here if you're doing it in spring, or I don't know, you wouldn't do it early season. And then you can just rappel down there. And then it's pretty much a straight shot all the way out to your car. I had a buddy to pick me up here, but you can kind of loop it back over here. Overall, very technical line. The skiing wasn't too hard. I don't think it went above 35 degrees at any point. Not too tight, nothing too horrific, but when you're carrying 60 pounds of climbing gear, it can definitely weigh you down. So the crux of this line is definitely the rappel. It took probably a solid hour to 2 hours just to set up anchors and rappel and take my time, set up protection and stuff like that. But overall, pretty fun line. Probably wouldn't do it again, but it was a fun line to try for sure. Till next time.